Hey, what's happening, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Got an exciting potential fight to talk about. Gilbert Burns versus Kamaru Usman. This is a fight we may see later on down the road. Very possible with Gilbert Burns moving up the rankings. Burns had an incredible performance against Tyron Woodley. So let's get into how these two guys match up. Alright, so first let's talk about Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns, phenomenal, world-class grappler. That's definitely his strength. BJJ, submission grappling. His striking has come along. He mixes things up from leg kicks, body kicks. He throws combinations with his hands. Pretty proficient and competent striker at this point with stoppage power. He's a pretty good sized welterweight. He's like around 5'10". His frame is pretty well suited for the division. One of the most threatening things about Burns is that he's hungry. You could tell he wants that belt. He has that fire inside of him, and that always makes a fighter more dangerous. Kamaru Usman, huge for the division. The guy has like little body fat, pretty much all muscle, very physically imposing fighter, a specimen, cardio 4 days. That's one of his strong points. His gas tank, his stamina, his ability to break guys. Usman himself has developed into a pretty good striker. He certainly can hurt you with punches, has knockout power. He's getting more technical and technical with every fight, which is kind of scary. Very strong grappler and wrestler. He does have knowledge of submissions. He could take a beating, he could take a punch. We saw that in the Covington fight. Even though Covington's not known to be a heavy hitter, it was impressive some of the shots Kamaru was able to shrug off. So how would Usman and Burns match up in the cage? I think this would be a great competitive fight. I think honestly I probably would give the edge to Usman. I would favor him in this fight, but by no means would I think that he would run through Burns. They match up together quite well. Burns certainly edges Usman in the straight BJJ submission grappling, but Usman's physically imposing, very strong, is a strong wrestler, and I think that's an equalizer on the ground. Do I think it would be smart of Usman to play the ground game with Burns for too long? No, but I think in spurts I can see Usman maintaining top position, landing ground and pound, getting Burns to burn energy, trying to sweep, trying to get out from the bottom, and in spurts and periods, yes, I think Usman could grapple with Burns. On the feet, I think it's anyone's game. Burns has shown he's more than formidable standing. He can take a hard strike, very durable. I think there was like this myth about Burns not having a good gas tank. We just saw in the Tyron Woodley fight, he really didn't drop speed or tempo. He looked strong throughout the whole fight, and that was 5 rounds. Never let off the gas, and he looked strong until the end. Which to me, honestly, that's not a surprise because grapplers and wrestlers tend to have good stamina and cardio. Grappling is so taxing on the body, so I never really bought into that narrative that Gilbert Burns has a bad gas tank. He may have slowed down in a couple of fights, but that can happen for a number of reasons. With all that being said, I do think that Usman has the edge in stamina and cardio, but I'm not sure if it's going to be really significant. So who do I think would win this fight and what's the best path for victory? Like I said, I favor Usman. He's the champion. He's been very dominant. He has a great record. It kind of makes sense to favor him. Styles make fights and these guys match up very well. I think Usman has to mix things up, do damage on the feet, which I would be curious to see how the striking goes because Burns doesn't take a step back. He's a forward striker, and so is Usman. Usman kind of like plods forward. He doesn't really take a step back. So somebody's going to break into stand up. I think Burns might be quicker standing, but I think the key for Kamaru is, again, like I said, mix it up. He's going to have to shoot in for those takedowns, at least get Burns thinking about them. If you do land a takedown, maintain top position, land ground and pound, score, soften Burns up, and when things get a little bit too tricky or hairy on the ground, take the fight to the feet again. Usman has a great jab. He's pretty good defensively standing. I personally don't think he would finish Burns. Burns is super tough, but I can see Kamaru winning a decision. Now with Burns, I think his best shot is actually to keep it standing. Even though he's a phenom on the ground, highly decorated BJJ player, I don't think it would be a good idea to actively try to get takedowns on Usman. All he's going to do, I think, is tire himself out. Kamaru's a really good strong wrestler. If the fight hits the mat, let it kind of happen organically. Usman might even take the fight to the mat. That should be expected if you're Gilbert Burns. On the feet, crucial for Burns, I think leg kicks. Kamaru has bad knees. I think that's something that could be exploited. Usman kind of plots forward. He's very heavy-footed. I think Burns could work with something there. Chop at his legs, which would give Usman something to think about, distract him, maybe hurt him, which is going to open up shots to the head. Burns, I think, is quicker. He throws a little bit more fluid combinations, so I think he would do his best work standing. If he gets taken down by Kamaru, of course, if a submission is there, go for it. Most likely he's going to be on his back, so avoid the ground and pound as best as you can, cover up, break Usman's posture, and where there's an opening, try to sweep, explode, get back to your feet. Easier said than done with Kamaru Usman. Guys, I think this would be a close fight, very competitive. It's a little tough to pick a winner. It really could go either way depending on several things. I would lean with Usman again, but you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Who would win this fight and why? Would love to read your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing, like and share, helps the channel grow. Appreciate you guys a ton, and until the next segment, take care.